Does Abed act like a redeemer? Abed has a lot of very distinct characteristics that set him apart from everyone else in the show. But are any of these attributes like someone who might be considered a redeemer? It would seem so. Take, for instance, Abed's ability to tell future events.
Have you seen the film department's website?
What do you think?
All of Abed's films are about us.
What?
Check it out.
What else is new?
Jeff!
Hola.
Jeff, stop being so relaxed. We need to talk to you about. We know you're living out of your car. Why on Lord's good earth are you living out of your car, boy?
Those people look just like us. That's eerie.
Fine. It's true. I'm living out of my car. And I don't want anyone's help.
We had almost that exact conversation last week.
Yeah, but Abed posted this video 2 weeks ago.
That boy's a soothsayer. Granted, Abed attributes this ability to being a student of human behaviour. However, the circumstances that he dreams up are eerily similar to events that eventually happen. This attribute might be considered prophecy. It bears a resemblance to Jesus' prophetic ability. Jesus told his disciples that he would be crucified and die, and then 3 days later would rise from the dead. And the Gospels tell us that's exactly what happened. Abed doesn't just consider the future events in other people's lives, he also considers the future events in his own life.
Well, I'm not stupid. You can see I've increased the square footage. It's a metaphorical locker. It's a place where people like me get put when everyone's finally fed up with us.
Abed, so maudlin. If you start turning into a vampire...
I've run the simulations, Annie. I don't get married. I don't invent a billion-dollar website that helps people have sex. I don't make it into Sundance, Slam Dance, or Dance Pants. Troy invents Dance Pants in 2019. Don't tell him. He needs to stumble onto it.
This gives us an insight into the weight he bears being able to predict his own future. This glimpse can help us to expand our theological imagination. The Gospels don't record what it was like for Jesus to know that he would die at a relatively young age. However, this image of Abed can help us to understand that perhaps sometimes Jesus felt loneliness or maybe even despair over his fate. Another Redeemer attribute of Abed's is forgiveness. Abed is keen to forgive quickly, and he offers his forgiveness impartially. The importance of forgiveness is something that he shares with his friends.
Everyone is. Even Tom Cruise knows he's short and nuts. We're at the mercy of each other and ourselves. That's why there has to be forgiveness on both sides.
Aww, man.
Jesus was also big on forgiveness. He forgave anyone who asked for it, and even some people who didn't know they needed it. He told a paralyzed man his sins were forgiven. He told an adulterous woman her sins were forgiven. He forgave a divorced woman. He also forgave tax collectors and Samaritans, who the Jews thought were pretty low at the time. Jesus, like Abed, wasn't a big grudge holder. Abed's third Redeemer attribute is selflessness. Abed gave Jeff a place to stay when Jeff had no place to go.
Can I live with you?
Yeah, cool. You want the top bunk or the bottom bunk?
Top.
Me too. Raging porridge. Boom! I win.
Abed also agreed to stop bringing up Troy's fear of rats, even though it meant they handed in an assignment late.
We found the stupid rat, and Abed's gonna shut up about it now.
It's true.
Time and again, Abed is willing to put the needs of others before his own needs. Jesus was also a selfless person. He adopted a life of voluntary poverty so that he could spread the good news about the kingdom of heaven. He also died by crucifixion for crimes that he did not commit. Jesus was the ultimate example of a selfless person. And while Abed probably isn't on par with Jesus' selflessness, he's still a good example of what it means to consider others better than yourself. These attributes are just a few of Abed's qualities that set him apart in the show as the Redeemer, and these are the attributes that continue to identify Abed as a Christ figure.